Your first warn weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan Wolfe.
It's a warm but overall pleasant afternoon across the state line today as we swept away some of our humidity from yesterday's rain and storms. Today, though, with that added sunshine and less humidity, our temperature was able to rise, getting back into the mid-80s for many of us. 84 in Rockford, but you can see that southerly wind starting to bring even some spots across the plains into the 90s. And that's some of the heat that will gradually spread our direction as we head into the weekend. Here now, though, many spots are still in the low to mid-80s. 84, as I mentioned, in Rockford, 83 in Rochelle, 82 in DeKalb, 83 over in Galena, but our dew point values are sitting in the 50s compared to near 70 degrees that they were yesterday, indicating a little bit less in the way of that humidity, helping things to feel certainly a little more comfortable than some spots did yesterday and the day before. We have a lot of that sunshine sticking around with many of our Mercy Health SkyTrack cameras across the region. We have a little bit of that cloud cover that has been building up over the last several hours, and that's also led to a few isolated showers that have started to develop across portions of the state line. Note that many spots will continue to remain dry here through the afternoon and into the evening, but we can't completely rule out a stray shower or two, primarily north and east of Rockford, as we head here through these next couple of hours, but even that will likely then decrease in coverage heading into the overnight. That'll also allow for a little bit more of a mild evening. We're only back down to 64. Cloud cover then builds back in going through the overnight hours ahead of our next rain and storm chance that arrives into the early part of tomorrow morning. That will clear pretty quickly by the afternoon. So our rain and thunder chance really primarily during the early part of the day, and then we'll turn the afternoon to a partly cloudy day, reaching temperatures back pretty similar to where we were today, depending on how quickly we can clear out some of that precipitation. We'll take a look at that with Futurecast here. There's a few of those isolated showers to the east of Rockford, but quickly clearing out here during the evening tonight. We'll get that increase in cloud cover from the west as we head beyond midnight tonight, followed by our next rain and thunderstorm chance going into the early part of the day tomorrow. There has been a little bit of back and forth on model guidance on how quickly this arrives, but generally speaking, the earlier part of the day tomorrow could feature some scattered thunderstorm activity. How quickly that then clears likely would then determine how high our temperatures get. Also worth noting is immediately behind some of those showers and storms, you may briefly get a punch of wind around 30 miles per hour out of the south as we kind of get a wake low is what it's called that will develop behind it, allowing for some gusty southerly winds. That though may aid in that warming of our temperature, reaching back into the mid 80s for the afternoon tomorrow once things clear out. And then we are left with that southerly wind and increasing humidity Friday night going into Saturday. And that's really going to set the stage for a very warm and very humid weekend in store. Note where our dew points will be rising to through the daytime on Saturday and even into Sunday as well, reaching well into the 70s. That will be paired with our temperatures rising well into the 90s. Depending on how much moisture we have, we could see our dew points a little bit less or a little bit more, which could impact our afternoon temperatures, but generally speaking, it is going to be a very hot, very humid weekend with our heat index values likely pushing above triple digits at times for several days in a row, possibly even leading into Tuesday as our forecast high temperature for Tuesday, even 92 degrees. We will see the temperature rise pretty quickly Friday going into Saturday, 94, then 95, 96 the high temperature on Monday, then starting to come back down, but that brings our increase in rain and storm chances for the middle of the week.